Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
What happened to the 80-degree weather, Nick?
I don't know. I'm from Southern California, so I'm freezing to death.
Yes, fair enough. So I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm fat, so I should have plenty of layers.
Got that layer.
Got that layer out there. So we know if you are in the market to buy a house, it's crazy right now. Everything you're reading and hearing and seeing is that there's not enough inventory, right, Nick?
That is correct. There's a plethora of buyers, not enough people selling their houses. Right. Yeah, so it's one of those things, though. All these buyers are competing to get their offer accepted. Well, we're actually winning a lot of those. So we structure things differently than typical brokerages or agents. And when we go to write an offer on a property, in order to be successful in the end.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook right now and different things like that, how to win an offer. We had a real estate mastery class yesterday at USA Mortgage on how to win an offer, how to write that winning offer, how to get your offer accepted, because that's really, really important right now. As a lender, my team, we probably have 100 pre-approved borrowers right now. Sometimes we're getting that first offer, and sometimes we're not getting until the fifth offer. Mm-hmm. So I guess the main thing Nick and I wanted to come on today is say rates are still low. No, they're not in the twos anymore for a 30-year mortgage, but they're still in the low threes. Guys, those are still historically low rates. It's still a great time to buy a house. And I think if you kind of go into that with that mindset, one of the first questions I ask Nick, everybody right away is, when is your lease up? What? Because that's their lease on their rental.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I always want to know that. That gives us a timeline.
Because a lot of people can go month to month after that first year, and it gives us some options. And what's great is, like, today's April 16th. So if we wrote an offer today, we close middle of May, 30 days from now, your first mortgage payment isn't due until July 1st.
Right.
Your first mortgage payment is always due that first full month after the closing. So Nick and I can sit down and really take you through that. Okay, if we close now, you make that final rental payment, and then you have a chance to move out. There's a lot of different ways we can structure different things like that. I don't want you to sit at home and freak out. I want you to talk to some experts that do this every day of our lives.
A lot of times too, Jason, when you talk to landlords and stuff in this type of market where somebody's renting a property and they may be locked into a year lease and have 6 months left.
Yep.
A lot of landlords right now are forgiving and willing to let you out of your lease because they, A, can get a renter at a higher dollar amount, or B, maybe they're thinking of selling their property because prices are so good right now for the sellers.
Yep. If you were talking to I call them empty nesters. I have 2 kids now out of my house, and we're not empty nesters yet. But you don't have to be 75 to be an empty nester, right, Nick?
Correct. I'm a long way from there. My kids are 8 and 6. So
no, how do we? I guess if you are a seller and if you're thinking about either upsizing or downsizing, now is the best time ever. But how do you? You hear that, it's so expensive to build right now. And we're being real.
Yeah.
This isn't sales. This is real.
I was in Menards just the other day. It was just under $8 for a construction stud.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I keep hearing about resin or something.
Yeah.
There's not enough resin. It's all going to China, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Depends who you listen to. That
I have too many other things on my plate to
delve into
it. So, yeah.
But it is, so if you do sell your house, you're going to get good equity, but you are going to pay more for your next place too. So that's something you have to take. You have to take in not precaution, but in your planning process, I need to know what you're going to clear. Nick can sit down with you and say, okay, if we sell for X after the closing fees and different things like that, this is how much you're going to clear. Right. Then you can start thinking ahead. We'll get you pre-approved for your next place. Okay, I'm going to have 30,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 to put down on my next place.
One of the things I wanted to add to that is everybody is focused on sellers making the money right now because their properties are increased in value. One thing that I wanted to mention was that buyers, with the rates where they're at right now, is they're going to be paying the same payment on that $225,000 property versus a few years ago when the rate was 5.25, 5.5.
Yep.
So even though they're paying a higher dollar amount as a buyer, you're actually coming in the same way you would have a few years back.
And what I like is, and you're too young to know this, but remember the recession that was caused by housing in the late 07s, 08s, 09s that caused all that stuff. The rules are put together. That's not happening now. Appraisals are still appraisals. If you write an over offer on a house, with some markets you have to do to get it, if it doesn't appraise for that value, you have to bring that extra money to closing. And that's the difference where before I've only been in the business 4.5 years. But I've heard stories of the good old days where you could say so-and-so,
Right.
hey, Billy Bob, why don't you throw a 320 on that house?
Yeah.
Even though you only have comps for 280. It's legit. The checks and balances are there to protect you, the homeowner, from it getting out of control, and you legitimately not overpaying for a house.
Yeah, so the banks and the lenders are actually vetting their customers now, which is required by the government.
Back in the day, it was interest-only loans for 5 years. Then you'd have this balloon payment, and then you were going to refi it. No, 30-year fixed out of the gate, great interest rate the whole time. Yeah. Your property that you buy will continue to improve, and good things are happening.
Right. So I wanted to let everybody out there viewing today too know that Jason here, a representative of USA Mortgage for all of Wisconsin, handles Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois as well.
Correct.
So he can not only help you guys out in Wisconsin, but in those other states. Another thing is at the Real Estate Nerds, the office we're currently in Janesville, 261 East Memorial Drive.
Right across from Quick Trip.
That's right.
It's a busy Quick Trip too.
We have the luxury now of having USA Mortgage with Jason and some of his team in-house. So if you need a pre-approval and then all of a sudden, you get your pre-approval with Jason, 15 minutes, you step right over to another desk and we can actually look for properties same time.
I'm in-house. I'm here for you. A lot of, COVID's starting to wear off a little bit. I'm starting to meet customers more in person again. And I've been wanting to have an office in Janesville. I live in Richland Center. I have an office in Westby. I have an office up in Marshfield, Spencer, Wisconsin. And I do a lot of business in Rock County. It's a great market, very, very blue collar market, hardworking people that the loan programs that I offer are really, they're out there. FHA, minimum credit score 580, VA for your veterans. USDA doesn't work in the city of Janesville. It works in the city outside Janesville. The WIDA programs. Beloit, there's a lot of stuff going on in Beloit right now. And I cannot believe how cheap taxes are in Beloit.
There is a lot going on. Properties are also getting multiple offers in Beloit.
Yep.
One of the things I wanted to say to you guys is if you come with us and we write an offer on a property and for some reason it doesn't get accepted, don't be deterred. You can come to the office. We'll hand you a nice koozie like this, and you can run over to the fridge and grab yourself a beer.
If you don't want a beer,
or if you got a sweet tooth, we've got some nerds. Go figure. Here for you as well.
Yeah.
So I think you'd be in good hands working with us and with Jason and his team.
Yeah, we're excited. We love helping people, and the one thing I hear a lot. So 1 out of every 3 buyers is a first-time home buyer, and I think everybody thinks they have to buy the house that their parents have right out of the gate, or the house that they visited grandma and grandpa in at Christmas. No. Get into your first house, build some equity with these, with home values increasing 7 to 10% a year. Build some equity on your own. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s or even your 50s, and you're still looking at buying your first house, it doesn't have to be your forever home.
No, it doesn't. And that's the thing. I mean, you can buy a house now. You should be okay equity-wise. Even in the next 3 to 5 years, if it doesn't work out for you or your family is growing, you can sell it, take that equity, put it down on the next place.
It still is the American dream to own a home. So, and when you're renting, you are paying somebody else's mortgage. And sometimes there's a reason to rent. Like, I think I'm only going to be in this area for 6 more months, and then I'm moving to California or whatever. But if you're here and this is your home, listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. Don't go back to California. But if you're here and you're there, this is my home. This is where I'm going to be. Start to establish your roots. Buy a house in the market that you live in. And a lot of people are working from home now. We're starting to see more of that. And don't be afraid to get outside of Janesville a little bit. Boy, there's a lot of nice small communities that are, you're a 10 or 15-minute drive from work, but maybe the property taxes will be a little cheaper. Maybe the property values will be a little less. There's a lot of different things that Nick can really guide you with. Once you get pre-approved, I can tell you what your payment's going to look like, what your down payment's going to look. Oh, no, you qualify for a 0 down loan.
Right.
There's so many things out there. And then I know a lot of you that watch this video, everybody's watching this video right now is a friend, family member, a coworker, somebody they know that wants to buy a house, but they're afraid. And then instead of talking to somebody who does this every day of their life, they're talking to old Billy Bob down there at the corner of the bar that bought a house in 1979 with an FHA loan, and it was a bunch of crap back then.
Yeah.
No, it was a bunch of crap back then. Interest rates were 18%, and they didn't care.
I mean, we're not scary people, right? I mean, you can see us right here.
We're not pretty.
But we're not scary.
Right. There's a difference.
We want you to feel comfortable come to us, any questions, big or small, doesn't matter what it is. You can ask either one of us, and we'll get it figured out for you. We'll let you know how everything works. We have a fantastic guide that we walk people through, especially first-time home buyers that are, you know, more timid at entering the market.
We'll take you through that process.
We take you through the whole process, explain everything beforehand, and we can tailor that to you. So definitely reach out to us with any questions.
You have to say, this is what I have, this is what I'm looking to do, this is what I can do, and that's what we do. And it makes it great. It makes it great. So at the end of the day, we're happy to help you. Nick Allen.
Yes.
Real Estate Nerds. Jason Schultz. USA Mortgage. Mortgage is all I do. I don't want your checking account. I don't want your car loan. I just want to help you with your mortgage. I'm a mortgage expert. Mortgage is all I do.
All we do is sell houses. We'll sell your house or we'll sell you a house. We don't deal with rentals and finding you a place to rent, because we want you to see the value in home ownership.
And the last thing I want to remind everybody, it's fun to shop on Zillow and realestate.com and realtor.com, all those websites. But if you click on them, your phone's going to blow up, okay? Because those Quicken Loans and all those places, they have roto-dollars. You're just waiting. Get with an agent. Get pre-approved. Nick knows what you're looking for. He knows you're looking for a 3-bedroom, and you have to have a 2-car garage, okay? So if you see something on one of those websites, don't click on it. Just write it down. Nick can show you anybody's property, okay? That's really, really important. I have people all the time say, Jason, my phone's blowing up, and I'm already pre-approved with you. Why are all these people calling me? I said, did you click on the Zillow? And that's kind of a little joke. I mean, Zillow is a great tool.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you do that, then you just go to your Facebook
but
and you see
nothing's free.
pop up.
Nothing's free, guys. Zillow's making money. They're selling your information to us, basically.
It's a true story.
Anyway,
well,
thanks for watching.
Yeah, have a good one.
Happy Friday. Oh, what's that thing real quick about the 11th busiest?
Oh, yeah. So
this we're going to make you smart. Did you know?
Fun fact Friday.
Fun fact Friday.
Hashtag that.
We're going to write that down.
Anyway, yeah, so right now, the Beloit, Janesville area is the 11th hottest real estate market in the nation.
Boom!
All right, guys, have a great weekend.
Write it down. Talk to you soon.